Hello, Mr. Wade. My name is Amanda. I am going to do your abdominal exam today. Do I have your permission or your consent to do this exam?
Yes.
Thank you. I've already washed my hands. I've introduced myself to the patient, and he's told me that he has no abdominal illnesses, so there will be no special test done, only the focused exam for a abdominal. I'm going to go ahead and raise your shirt. I'm going to start by first just inspecting, taking a look at your abdomen, looking for peristalsis, any abdominal abnormal findings that I might see as far as surgical scars or an abnormal wave movement. Everything looks good. So after I do my inspection, I'll then auscultate. What I'm auscultating for, I am going to listen for bowel sounds in all 4 quadrants. I'll then listen to his liver for a friction rub. I'll listen to his spleen for a friction rub. I'll listen over his aorta. From the aorta, then goes down to the iliac and the renal arteries. From there, I'll also listen to the femoral arteries. So we'll start by just listening for bowel sounds, okay? Listen to the right upper quadrant, left upper quadrant, right lower quadrant, and the left lower quadrant. I'm going to listen over the aorta, with the diaphragm and the bell. Then I'll listen for the iliac arteries and renal arteries, both with the diaphragm and the bell. Just listening for any bruits. And then I'll listen for the femoral artery, diaphragm and the bell. I'm gonna listen right over his liver for any friction rub. And I'll listen over the spleen for a friction rub. Everything sounds good. Now I'm going to do a light palpation. I'll do palpation in all 4 quadrants. Then I'll do a midline up into the liver, and then I'll try to palpate the liver, and then I'll palpate the spleen. I'm sorry, I'm not palpating, I'm percussing. Not palpating yet, I'm going to percuss. This is my dominant hand. Should be tympany, not dullness. The area around the abdomen is all full of air, so we should hear tympany sounds there. And I'll start here. All right, this is the bottom of your rib cage here, so. And then I go in between your ribs. I want to get in between them. And typically I would mark to get that border, and it should be around 6 to 7 centimeters. Now I'll come over here to your spleen. Just palpate a little. Excuse me, percuss. I keep saying palpate. And again, on this side, I want to go in between your ribs to do the palpation, the percussion. Now that I'm finished percussing, now I would like to finally palpate. I'll start with a light palpation in each quadrant. I'll palpate your liver, I'll palpate over your spleen, and then I'll do a deeper palpation. So, I need you to tell me if you feel any tenderness, okay? Any tenderness? Right now I'm gonna do deeper palpation, okay? Once I palpate on this side, I want you to take a deep breath in for me. Can you do that? Any tenderness there? All right, now I'm gonna do this side as well. Let me palpate before you do a deep breath. Right now, go ahead and do the deep breath. Okay, good. I'm gonna palpate over here, just trying to feel for your appendix and your colon. Colon on this side. Any tenderness or pain there? Good. Now I'm gonna palpate each flank area, just seeing if I can feel your kidneys, okay? You have any pain there? That concludes my abdominal inspection. Thank you, Mr. Wade. I had no abnormal findings. Thank you for letting me do this examination on you.
Ready?